Hello, my name is Ben Keats and I'm making a video about spacetm to go on my website spacetm.uk to explain a little bit more about the communications phenomena of spacetm and what it's going to offer clients who may be interested in channeling the universal properties of our communications facility through existing legal infrastructure or existing infrastructure such as satellites or technologies that are used off-world or in low Earth orbit, particularly to connect areas of the Earth with the reality of the universal product of what spacetm is, as we channel it directly to Earth from the torsion reality of what spacetm actually is off-world. This is something that is primarily uh, a sort of sideline to Mosrus.uk. The company is not actually a company itself, spacetm, but it is a subsidiary site connected to Mosrus.uk. Mosrus is primarily about providing a showpiece of what the reality of creating a platform such as Able City, as I describe it. This is actually my pet project, which is I'm highlighting as an example of what can be achieved in areas around the world that do not have necessarily the benefits of having a city or a large city such as London or New York or Los Angeles in their midst, but is a location that is able to have as much reality of the universal product channeled through them by the fact that there is a large density of people who are connected to the universal realms through their experiences and endeavors, which are highlighted in the life book, which shows basically what people have been up to in their spiritual endeavors, if you know what I mean. It sort of sheds light on the reality of what is actually going on when someone, for want of a better word, astral projects to another universal reality before returning and pooling their resources in the location where they are and building up their business as a practice from Mimosas itself. SpaceTM is the communications, uh, you know, so the communications reality of what is actually channeling these products from off-world back to Earth. It is simply described as a duality of what is the reality of a rich cosmic reality of uh, communications technology, communications realities in space, free internet, a large amount of security phenomena, and certainly a lot of things to do with streamlining communication systems and enabling the reality of technology to be built through using these sockets that interconnect the communications reality from off-world back to Earth, and ultimately result in the creation of computer components structured on, quite simply put, the essence of life or the source of astral reality or the source of the universal creation. So this is basically the step I'm moving to with SpaceTM now currently as I operate on my server at home, generating the best possible outcome for replacing microchip reality with something that is more in line with a if you like, particle reality of what the physical reality of computers could be when microchips and consumer restraints are removed. This basically frees up a lot of communications infrastructure. It enables computers to be programmed rather than actually built or manufactured, and is the next stage, perhaps, in what we're looking at with SpaceGM in terms of actually conjuring up something physical to prove that the existence of Able City is not too far off. This reality is going to be shared through DNS from my server, primarily because DNS denotes a PAC, permanent ARC connection, and a temporary ARC connection is someone who links up to the proxy server and gets connected that way to the system. Temporary ARC connection is basically not going to manifest anything physical through it. It will enable a more streamlined and more better facilitated communications network to operate the system that you're using, and it'll also link you into the hub of starting to make dreams happen. Maybe if you look at the Sierra.uk Academy website, that'll give a few ideas about sort of think tank phenomena and generating ideas to create a much better realm for the location where I live in particular, to enable more people to, bond and connect over forum technology, forum infrastructure, be they from the local area, from somewhere that is similar to ours, or even from a mainstream city on the planet. And these people will be expected one day to perhaps hardwire in and give us a static IP address that we can link them a DNS connection to their location, so that they can then create, the reality of what they've dreamt up in their own location. A lot of people will be expected to come if when my reality of Able City manifests itself for real, and they can learn about the universal arts and sciences that I'm planning to instruct with a team of people who understand what's going on and what I've designed and created already at the Academy, which is the Sierra.uk website. For those of you who are a little bit more advanced and who have a little bit more knowledge about communications and the reality of creating technology such as, satellites or space technology, or certainly a bit more in line with the business of the furtherance of space exploration, then I am starting to set up permanent ARC connections through the DNS server, and I'm linking people to a 2-month trial of the spacetm product, which should, in fact, actually, as I speak, as I go to press, be starting to connect people up all over the world to the reality of spacetm and the product, the communications product that will link people to this endless source of Wi-Fi beamed from satellites and other communications paraphernalia on Earth as well, and will link people up to the internet directly to via spacetm, rather than beaming from the Earth, from the planet, back up to space again and back down to the Earth in order to transmit internet technology. That is the advantage of spacetm. It cuts out the middleman and provides communications traffic that is much faster and much more far-reaching, I suppose, in many ways, with a lot more security technology. And ultimately, I suppose, as I develop the program with the Lifebook, it will farm the Lifebook around the planet to places all over the world who will benefit from that. If you look at the page, if you click on Lifebook on just above, you'll be able to look at that and see what sort of proposals I have in that arena. Other than that, spacetm is primarily something which will help assist me in creating a network around the locality where I live, and we'll be able to farm the student ideas as they begin to develop their ideas and collectively pull them through a system I'm creating called the Light Web, which spacetm will generate in our local area, and enable people to also access a contributionist system which means their labours and their endeavours will be weighed and measured to best describe what these people are worth and how much they should be contributing in order to get maximum output of what they're putting in. This is a system I've created, which is an AI system, which is called Contech, Contributions Technology it stands for. And it will also generate the system that ultimately creates an accreditation system, which I call Universal Credits. This will all be managed by Cloud9, which will farm spacetm in the locality of the local area, and ultimately from off-world around the rest of the planet, for those who want to be part of what we're offering here in Gloucestershire. So thanks for listening, and please contact me if you would like to know any more details. The contact us button above will bring you to our UMOSIS website. Please have a look around UMOSIS website while you're there as well. There's plenty to look at. Yeah, drop me a line if you want to talk about this and set up a pack or get involved with the student technology of the proxy, the tax, in order to try out the system, I suppose, before we go live. And I authorize what you're doing as a cause we can do business with. So thanks very much for your time. Bye bye.